what's up, everybody? Welcome to Love in Black and White, where each week myself and my co-host try and put the love back in
You're right. That is right. Welcome back.
Try and put the love back in you. White. I'm one of your hosts, Big Irish Jay Hollingsworth, and the co-host, Manulus Rojas Martin.
¿Cómo están, bitches? Welcome.
Muy bien. ¿Y tú?
Muy bien, yes. Muy bien. Gracias.
De nada. Fucking, what's his Phil? Yeah. Manulus. Dude, Victoria just mentioned we're matching. I didn't know. Manulus. I just putting out the tweets to get everybody come in here. So last time, Manulus, you had the big reveal that you are pregnant.
Oh my God, it is such a miracle. This little thing growing inside of me. And
is this Phil?
It's crazy, man. It's just like watching everything kind of unfold and realizing you've got to bring this little person into a world that is on fire. So
move this out of the way.
It is like 103 degrees right now where I'm at. And,
it is nice and cool in my apartment.
Oh my God,
the AC runs 24/7.
Yeah, we've got AC in the front, but in the office where we record, it is currently 97 with I'm sure like 20% humidity. So got the water. May need to do a few dabs of the towel, but
let's give a quick shout out to everybody in here already. Victoria, Divine Equinox 13, Carla, Mariah, Andrea, and I think that's it for right now. All right. We didn't do a teaser last week, did we?
I don't think we did. So we'll just jump straight into it. What do you got this week?
Actually, I put one real quick one. What is a random where is it? Where did I put it? What is your weirdest? That's it. What is your weirdest turn off?
Turn off?
Yes.
Shit.
Like that, you know that it's dumb, but it is what it is. I have two. Like one, they're both so dumb. I don't know why, but girls with like real thick hairy arms, like forearms, if they have like really
too much,
like Greek girls with that thick fucking arm hair. I don't know why. I have no idea why.
There was this girl, and when we were growing up, we used to call her Afro arms because they were just thick. It was just like, Jesus. I felt bad.
She had Afro puffs on it. And then first, do you have one? Or I know this is like sprung on you.
Yeah. Let me think about it.
Okay, another one, and I don't know why. Victoria said wearing socks to bed during sexy time. Cookie's in here, Jamila's in here. Another one that's random. Girls, I don't know why, but because I feel like it's not a real thing. Like when girls post pictures of them smoking a cigar.
Ooh,
I don't know why.
I don't like women that smoke for some reason. That's just not my thing. I mean, to each. I know you're allergic to it, but it's like for me, I'm just kind of like, ugh.
Dude, you know what's crazy is our buddy Sean smokes, and he never smells like smoke. I don't know how.
No.
You think about it, like his breath doesn't stink. He doesn't have that cigarette smell. I mean, when we make out, it's never. Wait, what?
Mine is. I mean, what's something that's just dumb?
Victoria said that she's done the cigar thing. I'm sure you have, Victoria. Did I wear socks?
Bradley Stewart Jeffrey club thumbs. I don't. I mean, it's so funny. It's like, God, what is? I mean, a lazy eye. I don't know. Like, it's so dumb.
Is that for real?
No, not really. I'd probably. Let's see.
Mariah said men with small feet because I have big feet and feel bad when I can't wear their shoes. How big those hoofers running?
Oh man, I'm probably with you on the.
Victoria said no, I didn't. Did I? For those that don't know, Victoria and I have banged relations biblically.
Jay wearing his Kangol, wearing a Kangol during sex.
I hope they were mismatched socks if I did.
Oh man.
Sandy J's in here.
Wait, what did Jamila say? Dudes who want to go by their hood name like, sir, I am not calling you Glizzy Glock around my mama. I can see that.
Victoria said, I did do it once. I mean, it gets cold in Seattle. Fucking deal with it, Victoria.
Seriously, come on. You can't hate on somebody for wearing socks.
She told me to take them off. What'd I say? Like, why? We're not going to be here that long. Come on. Hello. All right. Okay. Is it for real lazy eye or no?
No. I'd probably say, like, if you don't shave your armpits, that's one for me. But I mean, but you know, that's not like a dumb one.
Manny that up.
Yeah, you know what? I just want to say, especially in
my body, my choice.
Exactly. I just want to say, you know what, ladies, you shouldn't have to do all that you do, you know, to keep us. You know what? Do it for you. You know, if you want to have hairy armpits, you have hairy armpits. You know, it doesn't mean that I'm going to be attracted to it, but I just want to say, you know, I empower you to be as beautiful or whatever you want to be in this world. I'm too hot to even PC that up.
You're like, my brain is melting. It's literally the water, the fluid my brain is sitting is boiling. Victoria said, whatever, you always fall asleep after. That's a compliment. What do you want me to fucking be like, hey, I'm ready to go run a marathon?
Yes, the Reverend is very it's very hot in this church. And if you know, if we could just go ahead and pass that plate around one more time, because the AC is broken in me and Pastor Brother Fred's church. And Brother Fred, I think you wanted to speak on the new AC unit that we are trying to get.
Cold.
Thank you, Brother Fred. It is very in depth, and it speaks to, you know, all the finances that we have going on here. So go ahead and get that plate around. And
dude, watching you is making me hot.
I know. I'm sorry. Oh man,
I appreciate that, and see the sacrifices you make, man.
I do for this show and our peoples. Thank you.
Cookie gets it. She says you don't have good grip with your socks on, Jay. Nah, it might be the opposite. Might have better grip. Who knows?
Well, I mean, if you have hardwood floors, the socks are gonna mess you up. But if you have like carpet, those socks are gonna come in handy because they're gonna grip a little bit. And you're gonna be all right.
You guys think I'm just fucking all over the house? We're in the bed. I fuck old. Fucking got me doing gymnastics on a kitchen table and shit. Okay, let's move on. Yours was hairy armpits.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of.
I'm probably with you there.
What about like huge bush? Would that be another? I mean, I don't really mind it. Yeah. Retro. I mean, I don't mind retro, but you know what I mean? It has to be somewhat trimmed. Like, I think that's like, even for females, I'm sure like a dude just showing up with like just a bush, you know what I mean? Like, you're just like, no, thank you. So.
You pull her panties down, you're like, oh, you're a big fan of Rage. I rock rough and stuff with my afro. Rage. Andrea said, biggest turn off, men with cold feet in bed. You know what helps with that? Socks. Fucking see. All right. Let me see. Jay and Manny, I have someone who won't take a hint that I'm not interested and in a relationship. What would you recommend I do to make them understand I'm not interested? Jesus.
Ladies, that's a...
Oh man, J-Man, I'm so into
I guess because I've known people who've run into this where it's like the girls, like females, will give a guy a hint that, you know, they're in a relationship, they're not interested, but they keep making passes. Like, I actually read something on Bill Murray, believe it or not, hitting on his co-star in Stripes, and she was married to, I believe, Dennis Quaid at the time, but he kept on making passes, and she just kind of played it off like really nicely. But I'm trying to think, what would be I mean, after a while, I could see that shit getting annoying. You know what I mean? Of somebody not taking a hint.
Fuck. I mean, it may get to where you just have to fucking just
not respond.
Yeah, like either that or just, you know, get to where you have to be blunt. You're like, hey, I told you I'm you know, I'm seeing someone, or I'm married, or I'm dating someone, or whatever. Cookie said she needs manscaping, and Victoria said, "Yes." Okay.
Bradley Stewart Jeffrey said, "Restraining order."
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's like, it also, like, what is your relationship with them other than them having the hots for you? Like, do you work with them, or do you go to school or church with them, or are they just, you know, somebody that slid in your DMs or whatever? I mean. Like, does it get to the point where you block them, or is that like you block them, but then you see him the next day at work and be like, hey, motherfucker, can't block me in person.
Yeah, that's a good point. Oh man, yeah, no, yeah, because I mean, there's so many different avenues, right? So if it's at work, if they don't get the point and it's getting to the point where it's like almost stalkerish, you got to report that shit to like HR. But if it's, God, if
Yeah.
it's just a friend, I don't know. I wish I had a better answer for that one.
Carla asked. She asked if we got to her question from a few weeks ago.
I feel
Let me
like
see.
didn't we touch on that one a few weeks ago?
I don't know if we did. I know we've talked about pets, but here
Oh
excuse
no,
me.
I don't. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, I don't think we actually answered that one. So I believe that the question was if you're in a relationship and you guys both have pets, but then the pets don't like each other.
Yes.
How would you handle that?
Yeah,
that would be difficult because it's like, especially, I mean, if you love your animal, you're not going to give up your animal just for another person.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, do you just keep them in different rooms? That's not going to work. I mean,
Sandy said he has to go. The guy or the pet or both.
I think the person's got to. I mean, damn. I mean, because I like Sandy. I'm like you. I have cats, right? And if something happened to Crystal and I was dating somebody new, like I'm not just gonna get rid of my cats because her cats don't get along with them. And so maybe we just have separate households until. But I mean, damn, cats can live 15 to almost 20 years. So it's like.
Yeah, maybe one time when I'm visiting, I give them a little something that shortens that life expectancy. Like,
here,
I'm so sorry about your cats, but I mean, I got my dog. Yeah, I don't know if you keep them in separate rooms.
I mean, that's not going to work forever, right? Because it's like you don't want your cat getting demolished,
Yeah,
so,
I mean,
or your dog for that matter. Like, I mean, if Rinks isn't gonna live with a pit bull that's fucking violent and you know what I mean, going for his jugular every time he leaves the house.
Sandy said the guy would have to go because she loves her kitty. I'm sure the guy did too.
Oh, see what you did there,
Sandy.
So dumb.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think like yeah, I guess we're looking at this, Carla, as if you've tried literally everything. You've hired somebody to come in and try and work, and literally nothing works, and it's just they are never going to get along, and they're always going to fight. What do you do at that point? Jesus. I mean, it may have to be like a separate household thing, or like separate rooms or something. Yeah, or maybe that's an option. But man, it would suck to give up Rinks.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm thinking about our situation, right? Like, let's say you move in with a girl and she's got a dog, but your dogs don't get along. I mean, I would probably take Rinks, but you would hope that like somebody who lives close to you could take the dog so that you could still see him on a regular occasion, or she would have to get rid of hers, and so I mean, that's I
would just tell her there's only one kitty I care about in this relationship.
So stupid.
I just talking about this reminds me of, we've talked about it on this before, but when I was staying with you, and we all thought, including myself, that somehow I had let your cat out,
and we thought it was dead. Oh
my god, dude! And we were looking around, and I'm like, it's crazy because like I'm the factor that's different. Like you've had your cats forever, they've never gotten out. And now we can't find your cat. Well, what's different? Well, Jay's staying with us. And I was like, I didn't go outside, but did I somehow let this cat out?
Dude, it was like, oh God, we were looking for hours. I walked around the complex. Dude. And then on top of that, it was like, I mean, the cat was literally hiding under the couch. But I like, all I could think about was the only time we came in with your bags. And I was like, did she sneak out during that time? And it's like, I mean, yeah.
And I was, dude, I just was like, and you were like, I mean, you being you who you are, like I could tell you were pissed and also like kind of scared, worried that is this cat dead?
Yeah.
But you were always just, I mean, well, let's go, Luck. We'll try and find it or whatever.
And really being PC, Manny.
Yeah, and I felt so bad. And then I'm on the couch, and under the couch, I just see this little fucking paw. Fucking towards my foot. I was like, what the? I go, it's right here. Here it
is. God damn, it's just crazy, man. It's like you don't realize how much you love your animals until there's like something wrong, and it's like, oh, dude, man, yeah.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I lost my shit on so there's the maintenance guy here at this apartment complex.
Mm-hmm.
His name's Kyle. Great dude. He's probably 30ish, and he's literally one apartment over from me, and he hooks me up all the time. He put up this green screen behind me that hangs from the ceiling,
And it looks
stuff.
nice.
Yes, well, thanks. This old thing. But so he loves Wrinkles, and Wrinkles loves him, and so he was talking about he wanted to watch Wrinkles one of these weekends I go. So when I went up to Seattle to do that wedding, dude, it was like, and he smokes a little weed, and so I was like, okay, I'm leaving at 10 a.m. Wrinkles should be good for a few hours. He's like, I'll be there at 2. So I was like, all right. So I text him before I get on the plane with like a breakdown of Wrinkles and how to take care of him.
Right.
No response. I land in Seattle. Excuse me. It's 3:00, and I call him. Goes right to voicemail. So now I'm like, yo, can I get that you at least are checking on Wrinkles, whatever, blah blah blah. So I start scrambling. I called somebody else that they came over and watched him. I set up for somebody else to watch him. And then he finally, I don't know if he had texted before or he just didn't text me until like 5 or 6.
Right.
And he was like, oh, I went out to eat with my dad. I thought it would be okay. And I'm like, dude, the fucking dog has been sitting there holding it for, dude, I was so pissed. But
oh, dude, I hear you, man. It is just, that would piss me off too. It's like, don't agree to do something if you're going to change up the rules, you know what I mean? So for those of you who are listening to this, Victoria said, I almost stabbed my ex. He was punishing my puppy. He was punishing my puppy for chewing up his gaming mouse. Went too far. Yeah, I'm with you. Like, it's just, these are just material things. Like, you can't be too attached. Like, even if you have a new PlayStation or a new Xbox and like a dog were to destroy it, it's just, these are just things. They can be replaced. Your animals can't.
Yeah, so. It actually happened with Wrinkles. He chewed up my my big screen TV. He chewed the remote up, and it's like, it's my fault though. Like, in the grand scheme of things, it's my fault because I left it on the couch that he can access, and so I was just like, oh, it's like a sitcom. Oh, Wrinkles, And I got on Amazon, ordered a new one.
Exactly, things can be replaced. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh man, I know certain people discipline their animals differently, but it's like, yeah, you gotta. I'm not all about that. I'm like, there are better ways to discipline your animals. What else we got?
Sorry, we had another email.
Yeah.
I think. Let me see. I forwarded it to you.
Yes.
Did you find it?
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. I've got it right here. Well, actually, I'll read you our first email that I have.
Okay.
Anonymous fan question. Now that Gary Owen is finalizing his divorce, does he stop getting the black pass over his material? A lot of his race shtick is tired, but he was given a lot of grace because his whole thing is, my wife is black, my black wife, dating a black woman, being married to a sister, and now I think it is time for the blacks to revoke his pass. This came from a black person.
Yeah.
What are you?
So I mean, do I speak on that? I shouldn't. I don't have a fucking say in. Does he get the pass? I mean, I hate all that horse shit of like, we've talked about it before. I call it white blackface, or where white comics do,
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'll never forget. We were doing a show with a little person. And the little person was like, man, I can't wait to stop doing this little person material. And it just, I remember you just being like, to me, you're like, well, then fucking stop doing it. You know what I mean? It was just like, so yeah, no, I'm kind of with Mariah. I think that, I don't know if you should get, I mean, your material should run deeper than, I'm married to this person. This is, I know that you're speaking your truth, but I mean, that's been his whole shtick for 20 plus years, and it's like, if you don't have anything else to talk about,
black people do this, white people do this.
Exactly. It just is, it's the hacky Def Jam thing. That's true. I'm with Carla a little bit, where you
literally just go, I'm with Mariah, the blacks don't mess with Gary no more. Then you go, I mean, I'm with Carla, I'm not revoking it.
It's I guess it's tough because it's like, I see both sides of it. It's like, it's your lived experience, right? So it's something that you talk about, right? It doesn't change that, like if anything happens to Crystal, it's I've still dated or been married to a white woman, and I could still talk about those things, but that's not my whole premise. That's not my whole existence. It's not my whole being. So I mean,
and you know what else though is,
yeah.
I mean, I think you might mention it in one joke or one, but your whole set is not about my wife who's white, and it's this is about her being white and me black. That's not your set.
Right.
You
Exactly.
know what I mean?
That's a good point. I mean, and I I usually speak on it. You know what I mean? It's like you have your stuff and you talk about what it, it's interesting because for dating majority black women, you only have so many jokes about that. You don't have a ton of like, if any. You know what I mean? I think the only thing that you've ever said on stage is that, I remember you saying one time that like the girls that like I'm mostly attracted to are black women. You know what I mean? I think you said that at one point. So
yeah, women, black, Latina,
yeah.
Panay, right, Victoria? Ooh. Panay,
right?
Filipina. That might be racist. I don't know. Filipina.
It's so
Victoria.
Funny. Yeah, I'm gonna have to PC myself. But growing up in Catholic school, that's all I ever remember is "Hello, Manny. We're going over to the Walgreens." You know what I mean? I was like, "Okay, thank you. He is so handsome. That is his school, yeah." So I just want to say sorry to all of our Filipino fans on the show. PC Manny is broken today from the heat. But thank you guys for listening. You guys are amazing human beings. Yeah, Spiritus Santus, all that good stuff.
From Daphne.
Yes.
Here's a couple of names for the loyal listeners. She said blended crew bonus family. That was her suggestion for the Love and Black and White crew.
I like that.
And then I think was it Stefan? We had one from Stefan Ward.
Stefan Ward says, first off, Manny, congrats on the upcoming arrival. Get your sleep now because you'll have some long nights ahead of you. Second, I want to hear both of your thoughts about witnessing a birth. Would you want to watch it happen, be by your partner's head, or somewhere else? Yeah, probably watching a football game is where I'm thinking. So no, I'm just kidding.
I was reading Mariah's comment.
What did Mariah say?
She agrees with Carla. He's still cool about Gary Owen. He's still cool and has truly lived some of the quote black experience, but now he can't monetize off the culture. I'm 28 and all I know is Gary Owen telling black people jokes.
Yeah, it's a good point.
And Victoria said maybe you're only Filipina fan. I mean, there's probably some you don't know.
And Victoria, I will take you up on that lumpia and some pancet.
On some what?
Pancet.
Oh, okay. I didn't see pancet in there.
Oh my God. Victoria asked, Manny, are you going to eat the placenta? I've seen people do that shit. Fuck no.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's I've seen people do that. You know what they actually do? I guess some people keep the umbilical cord, and now there's all kind of scientific things you can do with it. Maybe our nurse Mariah can speak to that. I don't know if she would be able to pull that up.
Yeah, and we talked about Carla said witnessing a birth is horrifying.
I can only imagine. I want to stay near the head.
Yeah. Which is also funny enough how Crystal became pregnant.
So stupid.
So
I saw you going there.
Yeah. Wait, Victoria, your mom still has your placenta?
It's all in the baby album and shit.
Wait, what?
It's like taped in the baby book or something.
Her first tooth, a lock of her hair, and just that thing must just stink. Oh no. Yeah, we talked about before about witnessing a birth, and I was like, hell no. I'll be there to support right beside you, but I don't want to cut the umbilical cord. I don't want to see my favorite thing destroyed.
Jamila says, my mom has all of my teeth, all of my baby teeth. What is your mom, the tooth fairy? Jesus Christ.
Does she talk like this? Put the lotion in the basket. My mom also has other baby teeth. I don't know where she got them.
Divine Equinox 13. That's gross. Make gumbo out of the placenta. First off, I just want to say, okay, so first off, back in the day, when you're young, you're a guy, you're looking for like anything kind of adult oriented. And I used to watch Real Sex, right, Jay? I don't know if you ever remember that show.
Oh yeah.
But on Real Sex, one episode they had people eating the placenta and sharing it with their friends. And I was just like, that is gross. And people were eating it on like crackers and shit.
I would be like, are we fighting? Why are you making me eat this?
Shit is so gross. Yeah. So Mariah said, yeah, don't eat that unless you really, really want to.
No, so it's a no. So you're gonna just be beside her.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna stay at the very top because I still, I don't think she wants me down there. And
what if she does?
I mean, she wants me to catch him. I'm there. I'm like, blue 32.
Oh, dude. I like not to I don't know, be disrespectful, but I was gonna say I might throw up.
Yeah. Women also shit themselves during that. So
I mean, I know it's a beautiful thing, and but I literally might throw up.
Oh man. I guess you know what? Maybe baby teeth are a thing. I don't know.
I have like some like the cigar that my pops gave out to his buddies.
That's cool.
And like some baby teeth in some stupid thing I have.
I
don't know what I'm supposed to do with them.
Yeah. At the same time, I still have my dad's cocaine that he passed around everybody during my birth.
Nice. Take some of that before you go watch the birth. Okay, we got that one done. I mean, Jane Manny, what are your thoughts on the Tokyo Olympic Committee asking athletes not to have sex with each other this year?
Ooh, I mean, fuck that. I mean, if I'm an Olympic athlete and I'm like, this is my one chance, you know
Olympic
what I mean?
Level fucking?
Yeah. Oh man, you could breed a superhuman in that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I could turn that down.
And I also requesting that is probably going to cause people like, oh, that's like what people do is they fuck here in the Olympics. Okay, let's do it. Yeah,
that's a good point. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. There's so much like you're in the peak prime of your life, and it's like you have the chance to, where somebody's trying to hook up with you from another country. I mean, are you turning it down, Jay? If some 6 foot,
unless she's a shot putter.
We just want to say here on the Love of Black and White podcast that shot putters are beautiful human beings and that there is nothing wrong with your build. Back to you,
Olga from Germany.
Hello, Jay. Would you like to get all up in this?
No, thank you. Victoria said the Kardashians had an episode of eating Kourtney's placenta. What the fuck? Anybody on here ate somebody's placenta?
Yeah, please speak.
It sounds like the worst porn ever. I ate her placenta.
Oh, that's what I wanted to tell you. So I don't know if I told you about this, but so we kind of had a hard time getting pregnant. But Crystal made me before we knew we were pregnant. She made me go in to get the sperm tested, right?
Right.
So I walk inside.
I love it. She's like, "Oh, this is a you thing."
Yeah, exactly. Because she ended up going, and getting her stuff, and the doctor was like, "Yeah, you're in good shape. You're in great." So I go in, and the ladies are like, "All right, you don't have to make eye contact," or they didn't say you didn't have to make eye contact. What? They were like, "Yeah, once you're done, just put the sample in the little box, and then you could just leave. You don't have to check out or anything like that, right?" So I go in there. And there's this towel laid out on the table. There's all the videos. It's just like a room, and there's all these videos. It's Big Booty Bitches 3, and it's one of the actual names was Deep Inside Julie Meadows. It was crazy. So I was like, I'm not touching anything in here, and I just used my phone. But after I was done, I walk out, and
That's
me
weird.
being
The phone doesn't contour to your dick. How do you rub your dick on the phone?
So anyways, I walk out, right? I walk out, and me being the nice guy that I am, I'm like, okay, have a great day. And the girls didn't even look at me or say shit. I just walked out with shame, man. Dude. But yeah, my boys are swimming perfectly. So.
It's like, I mean, I haven't done this, so I don't know, but I'm assuming it's like a very sterile room, just
it was wild.
And then do you walk by other rooms where you just hear fuck me and you're like, some dude is just jacking off in this room? I mean, it'd be like, oh man. And also I'd be like, you sure you ain't got no fucking cameras in here?
Dude, that's what I felt. And so anyways, but it was nobody was there. I was the first appointment of the day, so thank God. You know what I mean? Because I think that they also had guys who probably, after you have a vasectomy, you probably have to give a sample to make sure that you still don't have, extra swimming in there. So this shit was wild.
Were you? Not that I want very detailed about
just
you jacking off.
just butt naked.
You come out naked, or the pants are around your ankles. You go.
I'm done.
Yeah. No, but like, did it take you forever, or were you like, I'm going to make myself come quick? So
yeah, that's exactly what I did. So I was just like, first off, they don't, they were like, don't have sex within this, this many days. Don't ejaculate. It had to be like you had to have gone within a week, but you couldn't have done it within 2 days, right? So socks around the dock, hilarious. I ended up, so yeah, I was just like, all right, I'm just like gonna focus, and just like I was like, bam, and I walked out, and I was like,
then you get in your head the other way, like as you hand it to them, they're like, wow, that was quick. Lucky lady you're with. Yeah, like if you came quick, you're like, well, I can't. It's only been like 2 minutes. I gotta fucking, I'll just read the newspaper for a minute.
That's what. It's so funny. I go back to that Bernie Mac joke back in the day where he was like, "Ain't nobody got time for all that fucking and hollering and shit." He's like, "You got 2 minutes, bust a nut." So.
Alicia said, "Didn't Kim Kardashian use her sister's breast milk for her skin disease?" What?
Oh wow, the Kardashians are on some like wild cultish shit. You know what I mean? But they might know. So Doug Alfonso, any percent speed run.
What does that mean?
I have no idea, but it sounds hilarious. I was on a speed run, probably in the bathroom. I don't know.
I used to work with Doug. What up, Doug? Good to see you.
Dougie.
When they were in Miami, it bugs me. It's so funny, but Victoria and Felicia know like every episode of the Kardashians. They're like, that was season 10, episode 4, 13 minutes and 53 seconds into the episode.
Oh man. Dude, that shit is crazy.
But yeah, so we would both be trying to fuck if we.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Your sex drive is crazy when you're in your like teens to 20s. So it's like that's when you're in your prime, and it's like if anybody, I would think both men and women are like, I'm down, especially if you're meeting people from a different country, like, you know what I mean? Like that would be pretty dope. And if you're in, like, you're basically on vacation. But I wonder, let me ask you this, Jay, from a sports standpoint, if you're getting ready to box or if you're getting ready to do UFC, you probably want to save up some of the testosterone and not really, or does that really do anything?
I don't know. I mean, I've heard both. There was some fighter that I think Tyson was saying that he would never followed that shit.
Oh, okay.
I think he was like, I was just fucking all the time. I mean, also if you're expelling it, doesn't that mean it's building up more rather than I don't know if that, I don't fucking know. I think it was like an old wives' tale thing, but people just kept relaying it.
I feel like that's the new thing, though. We need to be like, ask Dr. Mariah, and then we'll circle the.
By the way, Mariah said about breast milk, that's actually a natural remedy for eczema and nasal congestion for babies. Breast milk works for everything. All right.
Wow. Damn. Cambodian.
Let's see. And she also, Felicia said, I didn't watch the shows, like somehow every time I did watch it ended up being a weird episode. The one time Tyson didn't have sex before a fight, he bit a person's ear off. What the fuck?
Fucking Holyfield, poor guy. Jesus.
Okay, here's a question. Jay and Manny, I'm a dad, and I recently walked in on my 13-year-old masturbating. Guy or girl?
Good question.
What advice would you give him? Oh, it's a guy. Okay. Give him about his private time and how to prevent this situation from happening again. Maybe install a lock on his door.
Yeah, maybe install a lock, or maybe just use the shower. You know what I mean? So
or the bathroom.
Yeah.
What advice would you give him about his private time and how to prevent this? So I mean, so he wants to be like, son, lock the door. Dude, there's a buddy of mine back at Rico, this guy Rico, way back in the day that said that he walked in his frat. He walked in on a frat brother jacking off, and I loved his buddy's reaction.
Yeah.
His buddy turned it around. Like, most people might think he'd be like, "Oh shit," but his buddy goes, "Dude, shut the door. You're fucking up my nut." I was like, "Oh fuck, I'm in the wrong here." Put a scrunchie on the door, Victoria said.
Yeah.
Get a lock. Yeah, but I mean, So he's 13, obviously you'd be like, this is all normal. We all do it. That's fine.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with what you're doing. Maybe just be a little self-aware of, or be aware of who's in the house. And I mean, you don't want
Yeah.
fucking grandma walking in and you're just like, ugh.
Yeah, I would definitely say lock the door if if you're all about locks. I know some parents aren't about like locks on doors, because they don't want their kid to be doing crazy shit like drugs. But I mean, maybe tell them to wait till after hours, or but also, as maybe as a dad, you got to knock. You know what I mean? Oh, there you go. Yeah, Sandy just said.
Yeah.
How about dad knock? Give it 5 seconds or so, then enter. That's ideal, I think. But I think that I think sometimes dads and sons, they just have. I remember my dad being so annoying. Like, he would literally just open the door and be like, "All right, bud. Good. I hope you had a great day." And then he would just like flick on the lights on and off and shit. I'm like, I'm glad I don't have like epileptic seizures, because he fucking season out. But he'd do that shit. He'd come home drunk and just kind of fuck with me. You know what I mean? And just be like, "I love you." So.
I'd hear my dad in the room next door just banging. Oh God, yes, yes. I'm like, great. I have school in 4 hours.
Oh man.
Here's an interesting one.
Yes.
What ethnicity or race have you not dated that you would be interested in?
Ooh.
I'm trying to think.
I mean, I think
white.
I'm trying to think what race I haven't dated. I mean, I kind of dated a Persian girl. If I think that the religion thing kind of got in the middle, where it was like she was like, if we're gonna be together, you got to convert to being a Muslim. And I was just like, nah, that's probably not gonna happen. I was like, I believe in my religion. I'm not switching. So
Mariah said she grew up with 2 brothers and a dad in the home. I learned early to always knock first and then wait a few seconds. Mariah, did you ever walk in on anybody rubbing one out? And Felicia said, I knock on my kid's door and then walk right in. I'm giving them respect, but also letting them know it's still my door. I'm renting this motherfucker.
That's something about like, oh man, like moms, they're like, you don't pay rent in this motherfucker. Like,
yeah,
gotta clean. Damn it.
I'm trying to think what ethnicity I have not dated.
I haven't dated an Asian girl. So
I have.
Poor Mariah. Yes, I still have nightmares.
Oh my God. Yeah, was it your brothers or your dad? She said, like,
that's a good point. Yeah.
I don't know. I've dated Latina, Asian, Panay.
Yeah. I've never dated Indian.
I like briefly. There's no.
You ever dated a Russian girl?
I mean, not from the motherland, but a girl that was Russian. Manny, haha, you slept with a Filipino. You did?
That's right. Yeah, I think we shared it. Is Shannon part Filipino?
Who's Shannon Park?
You remember Shannon from the parlor?
I don't remember.
She was I thought she was Mexican for some reason.
You slept with her?
No, I didn't sleep with her. Like, everybody was like, I think everybody had to share beds and shit. So Victoria, never mind. Long story.
You slept with a Filipino. Okay. Wasn't saying Shannon. What?
Who? Oh, we're talking about whatchamacallit. Talking about what's her name? I always get the name wrong. The girl who was lying on me that I told you about over at Parlor.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, her name was was it Frankie? I can't remember her name. Anyways, but
the one that worked the green room sometimes.
Yeah, she worked like the ticket counter, and she was telling everybody that me and her were having like anal sex, and I was just like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "That."
She was fucking you.
Yeah, exactly. That's what she kept telling everybody. I was like, "No." So
yeah, first girl I ever I'd say that I was in love with was Panay.
That's right,
Nicolasa.
The one you weren't you engaged to?
Yes, way back in the day.
Man.
Victoria probably didn't know about that. She probably thought she was the first, but you weren't, Victoria. So suck it. Frankie or Francis. I think I remember. Did she have short hair?
I don't remember. I just remember being pissed. That's all I remember.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Let's move on.
Moving on.
What were we even talking about? Oh,
Uh,
different ethnicities. I don't know if there's a ethnicity, or I mean a race or whatever that Russian's white, I guess. So I don't know. All right. What is the hardest thing about being single? What is the hardest thing about being in a relationship? Both of our answers is not being the other one.
yeah, exactly. You want to take this one? You want to start?
Hardest thing about being single. What's hard about it? I would say when you get to the point where this is what I think is the hardest. I was actually talking to Liz, a comic friend of mine Liz was on the show, the whore of our group.
Jesus Christ.
No, she keeps telling us she's in a dry spell right now. She needs a new athletic team to start fucking. But she was
nights are out of town.
Yeah. No, but I think the hardest part of being single is, so you're dating. Let's say you're dating, meaning like you're seeing different people,
right?
And then maybe there's whatever the number is. Let's say there's 5 different people that you've gone on dates with. Eventually, unless you're like a fucking sociopath, eventually you're going to develop feelings, I would think, for one or two or a few of these people. So I think the hardest part about being single is when you start getting to where, okay, I want to get serious with someone,
right.
And having to make that choice and how you cut off the other people. I think that's probably the most, in my opinion. Other than that, I mean, I don't think there's too much difficult stuff about being single.
Yeah. Probably the most difficult thing about being in a relationship is probably adapting your life to the other person. I'm not saying that you have to change, but I think that with any relationship, there should be give and take. You can't just, yeah, good call. My bad, Victoria. Didn't mean to call you out like that.
Wait, what happened? What happened in Vegas?
Oh, nothing. We'll talk about it another time because it has to stay in Vegas. When I'm out in Vegas, I'll tell you about it. But yeah, I think about me and Crystal. It's like when we first started dating, all I wanted to do was be a big kid and run around with Jay. You know what I mean? And I like wherever Jay was, I wanted to be. Like I wanted to go do comedy. I wanted to go see a movie. But sometimes you forget that it's like, oh shit, I need to spend time with this person that I'm interested in order to move it forward. So
yeah. And Natasha said, where's the time to date more than one person at a time? No, it's excuse me. I totally get that. And the number I threw out, the 5, is just a number, because like Liz thinks it's funny because Liz thinks like me and my buddy Carlos, Carlos Rodriguez, she thinks like we're like squares because we're not out just trying to plow pussy all the time. And she's like, you guys gotta fuck. she's like, there's girls at shows and you guys don't even respond like that, or like flirting with you and you guys have no reaction. And we both are just like, we don't give a fuck. We're like, we're focused on comedy. And
well, what I want to ask is like to all the women like in the comments, like does your sex drive really peak after 40? It's like I've always heard of that, but or that it's later in life because men are on such a early, like shit. I mean, from the time we're like 13, and then it kind of slows down. What I would say, I guess, when we're like in our 40s. So yeah. But I would say,
yeah, I would love to hear women's. I can guess what Victoria's answer will be. Carla said she's 39. She doesn't know.
Okay.
Natasha's saying you have to remember all the life stories. Yeah, that would, if you're talking to multiple people and got to remember and juggle and everything.
Yeah, that's the worst part is like you're dating somebody else who's like, no, you like fish and chips, right? And you're like, she's like, no, I've never said I like fish and chips. She's like,
yeah, I'm allergic. Felicia said, I'll tell you in 3 years.
Okay.
Anime said, I had a friend at 25 wanting to fuck everything she came across. What's her name? All right. Anime 35. San Francisco 49er girl just turned 40. I'll report back soon. Victoria, what's it like when you hit 50?
Ooh, this hip just went out, and I can only do it from one side now.
Deja said she just turned 32, and I had a huge sex drive increase. Interesting. I wonder. I wonder. That's I hoed young at 46. I'm cool. God bless you, Sandy. Sandy
Oh, I
said I
love
am
Sandy.
young at 46. I'm cool. Oh fuck. I did a joke, like just a throwaway line last night at the show. I go at this age, I have trouble getting my dick getting hard, right? I go, my balls get hard now. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that.
Oh man, I'll never forget Derek Sheen had one where he was like, "Yeah, it's weird. My dick only gets hard in the middle now." It's just
Yeah.
like...
I get soft ons. I don't get hard ons. I get soft ons.
Yeah, I think Emmett Montgomery said, "Yeah, now I have to thumbtack it in."
Yeah. At least he said, Jay, don't do Victoria. Too late. Okay.
Oh.
If I'm expecting, I never did that, Victoria. That was fucking Victoria. Fucking what was his name that asked Victoria if she was pregnant?
Oh, Kiwi, Jesus
Kiwi
Christ.
Rogers, yes. Anime said my granny was 87, still having sex. Granddad broke her hip, and she thought it was a muscle spasm. Jamila's still having her whole life. And, Felicia.
Oh my god, that is hilarious. Poor granny. Oh damn.
Yeah.
She said.
Okay.
She said, "God damn it, Cecil."
Here's a good one, and this for the ladies. Here's in here, and JB Smooth's wife asked, "God damn, Victoria."
Oh.
I didn't know those too. Okay, this is for the women in the chat and also us. Are men and or women likely to marry someone they have sex with on the first night? Yes or no?
I'll say, from a man standpoint, probably not. I don't know.
I would say, as with everything, I think it all depends. I mean, you know, like what as a guy, what are you? Anime said I did. Deja said I did.
Okay.
Okay, so we got two that are yeses. I think it depends. Like as me, like if I'm going into something, play on words. Like, am I going into, like, it's our first date, and am I going with the mentality of like, oh, I just want to fuck, and then you know, that's all I'm thinking about, like when I in, you know, back in the young days? Or is it like I'm on a date with someone, and you know, we've talked for a bit, and this is our first meeting, and we've been clicking over the phone, we've been talking for a few weeks, and then now we're meeting, and it's just everything's clicking, and then we have sex, and it goes from there. So I think it all depends on the scenario.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think that's different. I mean, if you're talking to somebody, you're already mentally like engaged and everything else, so you already kind of know that there's an attraction. You know,
Mariah said I dodged many bullets by having sex on the first date. I love the ladies of Love in Black and White.
Me too, man. You guys like you educate us more than I feel like we educate you guys.
Felicia, yes, I will be on COD later, or Fortnite. And Natasha agrees that there's too many variables. Keep going, Manny. What were you saying?
Let's see. Hold on. BS Jeffrey said, if she's having sex with me, I'm sticking around. Yeah, no, I hear you.
Jamila said, Jamila said, my husband and I had sex the first night, conceived our son within the first month, and have been married for a year, but separated during COVID because I need my space. Okay.
Fair enough.
There's nothing worse than waiting for sex and it's small. Yikes.
Oh, yeah. God, that's another thing. Like, you know, okay, maybe that'll be our teaser. I'll write that down.
Okay.
So, okay.
Deja said, I met him while I was in the military. We married 8 months after meeting. That's dope. Excuse me. Natasha, all of the best outcomes for your family, Jamila. And San Francisco 49er girl said, not for me. I tried to keep my body count down. And Deja's been married 13 years. You know, it's funny. Like we talked about this a little bit before about like women, or maybe it was on Hollings Worthless, I don't know, or women saying like, oh, I'm trying to keep my body count low.
Mm-hmm.
I don't this is my philosophy with a lot of shit, whether it's your body count or your past jobs, or like if you were a stripper. I've always said I don't care what happened in your past as long as it doesn't affect our future. So you know, if you were a stripper or whatever, whatever. Wrinkles.
I agree with you, because I think that, I mean, I think that you should have probably slept with enough people to know kind of what you're looking for and not have any regrets before you get married. So
Sorry, Victoria said she made me work for it. Jay, wasn't the first date. Yeah, but I also didn't take my socks off. So now what? Such a stupid point. So now, Sandy says, "I'll know how big it is before he goes in. Show and tell." Jamila said, "Your body count can always be down. You just got to lie." Okay, Sandy, come through with the full contact pat down. Felicia said, "My body count is low, but hate how people treat women who have a high body count." Yeah, I don't give a shit. I honestly, here's some weird things about me. I don't know if they're weird, but it's like I don't give a fuck how many people you've slept with. Like, again, as long as it doesn't affect anything in us. Like, if you were like, well, I've slept with 1 million people and I have AIDS, herpes, gonorrhea, then yeah, then I might care. But if you're like, you tell me you slept with whoever, I don't give a fuck as long as it doesn't affect our future. Right. I've never named my dick. I know that's like some people are like, oh, what do you name your? I've never named my dick. I've never had a desire to give my dick a name.
Just call it Carl.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. It's it's just like the other thing too, like guys that give a fuck about like stretch marks and shit like that. I don't know. I don't know if I'm weird or all that shit. Jamila said, to quote one Megan Thee Stallion, "It doesn't count if it was whack." And said, "Sex is important." So I'm with Mariah. I met a guy who had everything going on for him, but he was single. Turns out he had a micro penis. Explained it all. Yikes. Dead. Jamila, what's your guy's number? Victoria, what's his number? Deja said, "I have a high body count. I will tell the whole truth when asked." Good on you, Deja. Fuck it. Who gives a shit? Who gives a fuck? As long as, I don't, like, that's weird to me, I guess, like, especially guys tripping off that because, like, I don't know if it was the same for you. I'm actually trying to work a joke out about this, but like, when I was coming up, it's bad fucking choice word. When I was dating, when I first started having sex, like, as a guy, you don't think about, I don't think most guys are thinking about like how to please a woman or anything. You're trying to get your body count up.
Right.
That's what guys brag about as you're coming up. You're like, yeah, I fucked again. I did it. I had sex, and I'm continuously having sex, guys. Look at me. So it's weird to me that guys would trip off a woman with a high body count. I don't ever ask. I don't give a fuck. I literally don't care.
First off, I just got to shout out Natasha. She said, you should call your dick Rufus O'Shanahan. Shit is fucking hilarious. Oh, hello there, everybody.
Top of the penis to ya. Want to play with me, Shillelagh? Bigger Irish Jay. I don't.
Bigger Irish.
Alicia, great question. What is considered a high body count? I don't know because I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. But I think that I'll say this. I think if you hit triple digits, maybe that's a high body count. You know what I mean? Like, okay, maybe maybe triple digits is a high body count, but also like I think it depends on where you're at in age. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Rufus O'Shanahan. Oh fuck.
Little Irish J Oak.
Yeah. A guy's sex face can make or break the experience. I'm not rushing to that. Brittany, that's interesting. Okay, here Brittany, you just created a question. So, and we'll start wrapping this up, Manny.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah. Okay. Your first time having sex with someone, and there's something that they do that just makes your dick invert. Yeah, like they have a weird sex face. Or like that joke I do about the girl who, like her moaning was so fucking weird. Dude.
Oh man.
Have you ever had something like that?
Yeah. Oh my God, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie. This one chick, her vajayjay smelled so awful. Like it smelled like she wiped from the back to the front. I was just like, I can't do this. Went limp, and I was like, I'm done.
Felicia said about what Brittany said, so true about the guy's cum face. Yeah, that's interesting. I wish I could see video of both Brittany and Felicia acting this out. I would love, like, are they just like, yeah? I'm coming! Or do they look like they're having a stroke? Just
or they wear their glasses and they're just like,
yeah. Oh, fuck, I'm coming!
Oh man, yeah.
Wrinkles is chewing on one of my hats. Let's be clear. Would you rather have to wither, laugh, or cry obnoxiously when it's time to defeat the Huns? What the fuck?
We're old.
Let's be clear. I think you might have fucking came into the wrong podcast. Would you? I don't know what that means. Jay, that was. How dare you? It's like this. I'm coming. I go like this when I come. I take my hat and I put it backwards, like I'm racing.
That's me. I'm like,
oh fuck. Oh man. Yeah. That okay. So you had. That's great, Natasha. I'm glad we could provide some. Defeat the Huns. Let's get down to business. Okay. So let's be clear. Said, would you rather have to wither, laugh, or cry obnoxiously when it's time to have sex? An obnoxious laugh or obnoxious cry. I had one girl cry after
tears
sex.
of joy.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm like, really?
We shouldn't have done this.
Wait, Jamila said a guy literally growled and barked like DMX, and I tapped him on the chest and said, absolutely not. Did he say that sex going to give it to you?
So dumb. Oh my
god. I'm trying to think. I remember this was. I mean, when I think I was like in 19 or 20, and this girl said the most random thing, and it was just so. I just laughed. She goes, "It's a battleship," and I was like, "What the fuck does that mean?" I don't even know what that means. Wrinkles, come here.
Oh man.
All right, let's do our teaser as we get out of here. Really quick. By the way, if anybody wants to send in questions or suggestions for what to call the crew, the Honey Buns, I've cried then laughed. Couldn't help it. Interesting.
She cried that it was awful, then laughed in his face.
Victoria, did she sink your battleship in that bus? What? Okay. Okay. Teaser. Here is the teaser. I think we did something like this, but okay. Could you wait until marriage to sleep with someone, and are most grandparents full of shit on telling you they only were with your granny or grandpa? Oh, that's fucking great. Okay, so real quick, if anybody wants to email questions or suggestions for the crew, it's bigirishj@gmail.com. Or if you feel more comfortable emailing Manny, go ahead, Manny.
Yep, it's mannymartinjr@gmail.com, or just hit me up on Instagram, and I'll check your question there. If you follow me, I will follow you back. I'm not all about that number bullshit. So
yeah, I'm the same. I think that's it. And until next time, first, everybody, thank you everybody for being in here. I think we had a few new people too.
Yeah.
And I love the crew. I love everybody that comes in here. It's
same here.
It's the best. I mean, you guys help make the show. I mean, you guys are, I'd say you guys are 50% of the show.
You're really
like the comments and the fucking, I mean, you guys crack me up as much as you say we crack you guys up. So I appreciate you guys. We love you guys. And until next time, Manulus,
we'll be putting the love back in your right. It's love in black and white.